And we have a special guest with us now. We are on the bridge of the Odyssey Explorer, the ship that helped find the HMS Victory. The HMS Victory, when it went down in October of 1744, was headed by Admiral John Balchen, one of the most famous men in the history of the British Navy. And unfortunately, he and 1,149 other men went down with the ship. We are here with somebody who this story means a lot to, and that is Sir Robert Balchen. He is the great descendant, actually 10 generations removed, of Admiral John Balchen. Sir Robert, thank you very much for joining us. What does this mean for you and your family?
Well, as you said, for 10 generations, we've been proud of our forebear, Admiral Sir John Balchen. He was one of the great fighting captains of the mid-18th century. And, of course, he was lost at sea in HMS Victory, the victory before Nelson's victory. And nobody knew until today what had happened to that ship. Some thought that it had been washed up near Alderney, others that it had been wrecked on the Casquettes, and now we find that it went down in the middle of the channel.
Which also exonerates the Admiral in a way, because I understand from the story there was some question about where it went down and whether or not they were in the wrong spot. This provides some positive closure as well about his admiralship.
Yes, absolutely. At the time, Admiral John Balchen was a very popular man, and his reputation was very high, and I don't think it was tarnished after his death, but certainly a great mystery surrounded it, and that mystery has been cleared up because at the bottom of the sea, very clearly can be seen the wreck site of HMS Victory and the sternpost, which is it's about 30 feet high, a huge artifact is quite clearly there. Also, there are some unique bronze 42-pound cannon, and I have seen one of those now in a special form of pickle in order to conserve it, and I can't tell you of my feelings when I saw this very special item, which had last been seen by Sir John Balchen 265 years ago.
Amazing. And this was the biggest fighting ship on the seas at the time. This was a 100-cannon ship. They did not build many, in fact, more like this afterwards, in part because of what happened to the HMS Victory. What else do you think the ship might hold? There's been some speculation that there could be 400,000 gold coins on the ship because of a cargo log out of Amsterdam. There's a little mystery still here. What do you think is on the ship?
Well, apart from those cannon, obvious things that we can see already, possibly what is a sword, certainly what is an anchor and part of a huge cooking vessel, then you are quite right in thinking that there could be a very large amount of specie on board. Now, obviously, if you were going to transfer a large amount of money from one country to another, the safest place to put it, they thought, would be in the largest boat
biggest, fiercest
in the
ship
world. And so they put this money on board, it is believed. There are no actual signs of it at the moment, because in the place where it might be, no disturbance quite properly has taken place from Odyssey, but nevertheless it could well be there. Sadly, Sir John Balchen, who was alleged to get 1% of whatever was there, would only have got the money if he had delivered. And so, as he didn't deliver, then very sadly, I can't think that any member of the Balchen family is entitled to any of this marvellous collection if it's there.
But you might be able to get his sword, maybe, or something of that nature. Sir Robert Balchen, congratulations, and thank you for joining us here.
Thank you.
So there you go, the 10th-fold descendant of Admiral John Balchen, who is the admiral aboard the HMS Victory. One of the great mysteries of the world, of the deep, has been solved today in London. I'm Brian Sullivan. Back to you.